So what I'm going to do now, I want to make an end panel for this cupboard. It's a little bit tricky because I haven't got a support along the bottom, because at the minute anyway, because that is straight into metal and pocket screws. I haven't tried pocket screws in metal. So anyway, I've got some cardboard and I want to make a panel to cover that. There's going to be some switches on there. My CBE tank level is going to be on there. This place here is difficult to scribe. So what you would normally do is hold your cardboard up to an edge, obviously, and I like using these pencils because if you use them like that, they stand off about sort of ½ an inch, and if you get it close, you can just go down with that pencil and it'll give you enough space to scribe if you've got a gap. But around here is quite difficult. You've got many different places. So after snipping lots of little bits of cardboard off, I've basically got that to fit in there. I think actually I'm going to have to cut around that because of the width of the furniture board. I'm going to give that a go. I've marked on the cardboard the frame, but on top of that frame is going to be 15mm of furniture board, and then I've got like probably about 1.5 inches sticking out. I'm just going by one of my other edges over there. So I'm going to probably add maybe a couple of inches onto that to give me my shape. So go and cut that out of a piece of furniture board. So I've got my cardboard completely cut out. I've made the extra width on there past the frame, so that's the frame, and that's the extra that I'm putting on. I found a little bit of furniture board which is big enough for this. So what I'm going to do now is trace around this template and then we're going to cut it out. Always do a nice thick pencil line, and then it's easier to see with your jigsaw. Go around there. The more time you take getting the shape of the template, the better fit you'll get with your furniture board. A couple of lines that are a bit wobbly, we can just straighten them up with a straight edge, because I know in the van that they are straight. So there we go. So I'll cut that out now with jigsaw. It's good practice, especially because of how delicate this stuff is. Just lay some masking tape on the board that you're keeping, so your finished board. Just lay a bit of masking tape on where the jigsaw is going to run, and it'll just stop it marking the finish. Because like I say, you only have to breathe on this stuff, you end up with a scuff. So a bit of masking tape and just pull that off when you've done. So there we go, let's cut that out. Take your masking tape off. And there we go. So I've got enough of that up in the van. Might need to make a couple of adjustments. Let's see how we go. So spot the deliberate mistake on that one. I got the wood grain going the wrong way. So Mark 2. So what I'm going to do now is, while the router's set up, put the slot down that side, put some T-trim on there. little tip on the T-trim, keep it warm. I'm just running a little bead of glue in the slot, and it'll just help to hold it in, like if the weather changes, you go to different climates, etc. Because I have known this stuff shrink and change. Also, when you're putting it on, overlap your beginning, and then I found the easiest way to get this in is kind of like pull it backwards with your hand and then feed it in with your thumb. I've sanded the edge to got a bit of glue on there. I've sanded the very edge just very lightly, just to give a lead in for that edge, because if you remember I said there's like little barbs on each side of the T-trim, it's not just flat. I have previously been doing this when it's been really cold and this stuff just does not want to go in, but now when it's about sort of, I don't know, 18 degrees, something like that, 15 degrees, that goes in really easy and very neatly. I'm pleased with that. A lot better when it's warm. I've got my heater running in the other part of the garage, and it does make a difference. So then just get your knife, trim it off nice and flush like that, and then the other end we just add a little bit overlapping, and same again, just trim it off, and it's nice and flush. That glue will set off and that will hold that trim really well. I suppose it's like anything else with this, to be honest, and I've put probably about, I've put a few meters of this on now, and the more you do it the better you get at it. Say initially I was having to whack it in, but the finish of it is just destroyed. But that is a lot better. It definitely helps with it being warmed up. So there you go. That is the end of my cupboard, which is above the kitchen.